maybe Mr. Honor. He was my teacher for 3 years, and he teaches the PLTW classes around engineering. He's just always made it really fun, and he connects with all of his students.
I think my favorite staff member has been Bob Brands, who's actually at Skyview. He was my AP Calculus teacher my junior year, and he's also my cross-country coach my freshman through junior year here. And he's so well-versed in the things that he teaches that he doesn't even use a textbook. He doesn't pull questions from other sources. Like, he comes up with all his own tests. He comes up with all his own strategies for grading and his retake policies. And so every student really feels that he cares deeply, and he understands what he's teaching us, which is the biggest thing you can ask for in a teacher, I think.
In second grade, my teacher, her name was Renee Scar. I think she was only there for a year or two, but she really was my favorite because she was so friendly. It was my first year at Eisenhower, and I didn't really know anybody. She really made it feel welcoming, and I felt academically challenged because I was like a nerd in second grade. I really wanted to learn everything that I could, and I felt like Ms. Scar really helped me do that.
All the teachers I've had have really helped me with expressing myself and learning how to find my own passions and hobbies, for example, with orchestra. And they've really just molded the course of my life and the rest of my life going onwards after high school.
Teachers are really there to give you confidence, to be like a shoulder to lean on, as well as a pillar for advice.
Really have enjoyed my high school experience because it's been sort of this synergy between engineering and music, and the robotics teachers, and they've given me a lot of the engineering background and the leadership background I need to go forward in the field of engineering.
I joined choir kind of spontaneously in sophomore year. I was always really terrified of performing, and they have a show called Follies where we perform different songs that we direct ourselves. And that was always a really fun experience. I've done it for 3 years, and it's always really chaotic but super fun, and I feel like I've grown a lot from it.
So my junior year, there was a block of 3 back-to-back trips. We went to the district championships in Portland for robotics, which we ended up placing second in the Pacific Northwest. And then we ended up going to Disneyland, and our orchestra, after months and months of practicing really hard, won the entire event. And it was an international music festival. And then I came back on the plane. I was doing AP Bio homework on the plane, and then we flew with the robotics team to Houston, Texas for our world championships. And so it was really cool just being surrounded and constantly traded off between all these different groups. Yes, I was struggling because it was right before AP tests, but it's okay because we did incredible in all those events.
My favorite thing was just volunteering at events like Trick or Treat for Disaster or our Leadership Development Conference, hosting events, as well as seeing the people who attended, their faces, how happy they were when they attended our events.
Engaging with the content that you're learning with, it's so easy to get focused on, I just need to get an A on this assignment. This is really stressful. I just need to get through. But the times that I found were the most rewarding when I was learning things were when I actually really dug deep and started asking questions and wondering things.
I guess my piece of advice would be to ask for advice. Don't be afraid to reach out. You're not alone.
Whatever you regret not doing in the past, it should push you to do better for yourself in the future.
I know I want to get a taste of different environments. Maybe I've always thought about joining the Peace Corps or doing research in another country. I really like the Pacific Northwest, so I feel like I want to experience a bunch of things before I come back and live here for a while.
I want to involve myself more with first-generation immigrants, especially Vietnamese immigrants, because I most closely connect with them, and be able to connect first-generation immigrants and those who don't speak English that well.
I see myself as a very driven and confident person. I I like to look for areas in my life and the surroundings that I'm in that I feel I can make a difference in. And so especially being a travel nurse, I want to be someone who can reach people all across the world who don't necessarily have access to the kind of medical care that we have here.
I'm really hopeful. I feel like, I see a path that I can take in the future.
I'm very hopeful for my future just because of the strong network I have behind me.
I'm hopeful, but I also know that, you know, like I have to put the work in order for me to live out that hopeful life.
Hopeful? Very hopeful. Yeah, I think it's going to be fantastic.